In 2029, the mutants are almost extinct. Werewolf Logan, now faced with both physical and regenerative aging. To survive and have money, he worked as a taxi driver for many years. A man who is wild, and always raises his claws, ready to kill everything, including the robbers who want to steal one of his super beautiful wheels. They are also deadly. Logan never knew that one day, he would become the leader and protector of the little creatures. Faced with a mysterious organization, will Logan be able to preserve his life to continue his story? Let's find the answer together today. Humans of the mutant world, they must now depend on each other to coexist. Wolverine is no exception. He and the bald old man who is Professor X live on the southern border of the United States. Caliban is another friend who lives with him. He has the ability to smell other mutants but cannot smell danger nearby. Professor X has the smartest brain in the world, but he has Alzheimer's. Every time Professor X has a seizure, he generates extremely high-frequency sound waves. If others do not give him medicine in time, he will destroy everything around. Even a powerful army like X-Man will not survive. Logan drives every day to have money to buy medicine for Professor X and to save a large sum of money to buy a ship. After that, they will quickly leave here and move to the most peaceful place. From time to time, Logan still had to sharpen his rusty claw to keep it sharp. His person is gradually lost in the old body, sadness, and loneliness. A mysterious woman keeps ordering Logan's car by all means. The only address is to cross the Canadian border. Logan thinks she's crazy, but surprisingly she throws him a large sum of money, big enough for him to buy a ship if he gets to where she asks. Logan seems a bit greedy for money. He ignores all dangers, and agreed to her. The next morning, Logan came to pick up the guest as scheduled, but the woman was dead and her supposed daughter disappeared. Logan returned sadly. Caliban smelled mutants somewhere. It was also when they had to face the villain wearing sunglasses. He asked for the girl that Logan brought home yesterday. Before he could finish his words, he was beaten and died. Professor X happily introduced, "This is Laura." He has been waiting for her for a long time. Logan didn't understand how she got into his car. Who is the girl? The powerful army led by Donald Pierce noticed something. They quickly went to catch Laura. Logan and Professor X were quickly overpowered by the army. Only Laura was still finishing her food because she was so hungry. To thank for the delicious meal, Laura boldly stepped out with adamantium alloy nails like Logan. The mutant girl, a generation of X-23, was created, carrying the DNA copy of Logan. Her strength is now stronger than Logan's. He went from surprised to shocked, watching the girl counterattack as if he saw the majestic years of his youth. Logan Russia immediately rushed over and assisted. But due to the large number of villains, they decided to run away. Logan tries to break through the barricade, to run away from the violent men chasing them behind. He risked crossing the moving carriage to end the stressful and exhausting chase, returning peace to the life he was living. Logan suddenly sees a recording of the dead woman. She used to be a nurse in Mexico. A mysterious organization under the name of a pharmaceutical research program. Children like Laura have no birth certificates, no names. Their fathers are genetic seeds, their mothers are Mexican women or in vitro. Killer warriors are made to trade and sell. Laura carries Logan's genes, in other words, she is his child. The children of Laura's generation grew up disobedient. A warrior who refuses to fight is useless. Therefore, they created a new generation of X-24 who were more obedient to kill the children of the same generation of Laura. This is a chase. The group of children believe in what happens in a storybook about mutants. Together, they fled to the address believed to be there. Logan discovered that address from a comic book. Logan brought this valuable information to exchange with Professor X. He was being persecuted. He chose to defend himself as a seizure. It caused a huge uproar in a large area. Logan quickly gave him medicine and took him away. They leave the city. Logan helps a farmer by the roadside. They were then invited to a family dinner. It had been a long time since they had felt such a happy family atmosphere. After an intimate dinner, Logan and his host went out to the field to fix a plumber near the house. Everyone slowly fell asleep. Caliban was detained, brutally tortured. They forced him to smell and locate Laura. Thought Professor X and Laura would have a peaceful sleep tonight. Unexpectedly, he was killed by a completely new Logan. Laura was also quickly captured. Returning, Logan really mad when Professor X had to die. Logan risked his life to attack the big fake Logan. He hit Logan with his new mutant powers and Logan responded with all his hatred and indignation. The last murderer was enough thanks to a surprise attack by the farmer's car. He madly shot the murderer several more times to get angry. Logan carries Laura and escapes with Professor X. He was heartbroken to bury Professor X in the most peaceful place. The pain is too great to lose the most important thing. Logan became sadder and weaker than ever, frantically smashing everything. Logan fell asleep because he was so tired, and so Laura drove the car to the rendezvous with her friends. Arriving there was also when Logan collapsed. Maybe he's about to die. The Logan-like killer was then injected with a mutant serum that brought him back to life. Caliban was tortured to the point of exhaustion, leaving only a dead body. Logan once had thoughts of suicide with his own bullet. He was discovered by Laura because of the bullet mark in his body. The only bullet made of Adama capable of killing werewolves. He was confiscated by the girl. The kids here like him so much, they cut his beard and trim it for him. Tomorrow, they will cross the border to a safer place. When the new migration started, the army came and surrounded the whole forest. The children forced themselves to use their inherent abilities to defend. Some were caught, some fell. Logan is now very weak. He injects himself with a dose of the serum left behind by the children in order to have a chance to save the little creatures for once. Logan and Laura try to eliminate the soldiers one by one. Donald Pierce releases the resurrected werewolf. He is very strong now. Logan can only hold out for a few minutes and is quickly defeated. Laura galloped out to protect her father. The girl risked her life, stabbing the killer many times. Laura's friends also joined forces to save Logan. It all didn't end so easily. The X-24 killer arose. He kept torturing Logan. Laura decided to feed him the Adama bullet she confiscated from Logan. Logan was in excruciating pain. The killer must die and Logan will not. In the face of death, Logan understood the feeling of hearing the first call of father from his daughter. He left the world. Before leaving with her friends, Laura planted an image of the letter X on her father's grave, the X-Man hero, ending the life of a hero going down in history. This is the end of the movie. See you in the next movie. Thank you for watching the movie.